Well, this message is going to be a different one. I am feeling a variety of emotions right now, and my one of my core points across my videos so far in this channel has been feeling is the key. It is no use trying to go around feeling the feeling to avoid feeling the feeling. It will catch up on you sooner or later. And for me, I almost feel like that sooner or later is today. And there's so much moving in me that I have trouble finding a thread to describe what I'm feeling right now. And I don't even know why I've been doing this daily videos. Well, yes, someone told me to try 111 days straight. And although I don't do things just because someone else told me, I only started it because it sounded like a good idea to me, and there was a resonance. And I know well, people tell me that I'm meant to be famous. My energy is unique. I can reach many people. Several people who personally know me and people who don't know me but has had a psychic contact with me. People I had sessions with, professionally psychic people. And I don't know, I don't know the point. I don't like striving for something if there is no resonance. And I just I like expressing myself, yet the daily fluctuation I experience as a human being, I don't know, looks like I've always wanted to put an end to that daily fluctuation. I wanted to be consistent. I always wanted to be a consistent high achiever, and that's at one point in my life I was obsessed with routines, rituals, and refining my sleep routines, my biohacking, all of that. And none of that sticked, none of that worked. And so I kind of gave up some time ago and I tried to embrace the unpredictability of being me. And what's been getting me today is that unpredictability, which seemed to be a core part of me, is now playing out in my larger reality, in my physical reality. Everything seems so unpredictable, and everything is in flux. I have no idea what anything is becoming, where anything is going, and I don't feel certain about anything, which I described in one of the earlier videos as the characteristic of the logical mind. So maybe that confused part is what I'm feeling intensely. Or a better way of describing, I guess, would be that is the best my logical mind can make sense of what this feeling is all about. And therefore, I know it's not reliable. way of making sense of what I'm feeling. So I don't really care who's watching. If you're meant to be here with me, you'll be here. I just don't know. The videos I watch out there on YouTube, they don't seem as profound as what I can sometimes, not always, channel and put words to. And they have a lot of viewers, I don't. Yet I don't like comparing. Like, who likes comparing? I don't even know the point of bringing this up right now, except I never liked putting a conventional way of measuring myself, imposing that upon me. I know I'm someone who's... I know my true essence is undefinable. Because I'm a multi-dimensional, eternal, divine being, just as everyone else out there. And one of the problems that I identified today, as masters of distraction that human beings can be, I've been very adept at keeping these confusing feelings that I'm feeling today, keeping that at bay through distracting. And I have put away a lot of those means of distracting myself, and I have less and less, and now I don't have much left, and there's not much I can do other than put myself at the full effect, being defenseless against the wave of feelings that's surging up in me. And another point that's driving me crazy right now is that same undefinability. I don't want to be reduced to a function or a job. And that is why I haven't had a real, job working for someone, working under someone, ever since I graduated college, except for my military service, which is mandatory for Korean males like me. The gap for me is that I know I am not just human. I'm meant to be. I was designed as a bridge between worlds. That in practice spans many different types of worlds. So, for example, the Eastern and Western, I could very well be a bridge of that. But also, this world and the other side of the veil, so to speak, in spiritual, as they say in spiritual circles. So I know part of what I am here to bridge is between the human world and the divine. And yet that means I can't really belong to either fully. I'm in this world but not of it. And if I were to let myself be a full conduit, instrument that the universe, the divine, the source, God, infinite intelligence uses me as, then it's almost by definition my human intellect will never be able to fully fathom what am I here to do, or what I'm doing, what kind of impact what I'm doing is producing, not just for now, but for all time. So I guess the struggle is for my human mind. Trying to accommodate as much as possible the superhuman part that goes beyond human processing, but which is also a part of me. I am downloading that, and looks like the divine downloading the superhuman into the human, has been one of the more popular videos that I recently shot. And now I'm sharing with you the fact that it's not as straightforward as I made it out to be, maybe in that video. Confusion, although it's really frustrating at times, confusion and chaos before an order mysteriously emerges. It is an inevitable part of downloading the divine into the physical. So my human logic is failing doesn't mean that anything bad is happening, anything is really falling apart as my human intellect would like to report and try to alarm me into fight or flight mode. I feel like I'm completely at the mercy of the greater force, the one, the single power source that is the source of all power. And that is pretty obvious, meaning, I mean, if I were to fully understand the nature of the one power, then of course, not only me, well, I have always been at the mercy of the one power, and any appearance to the contrary has been an illusion. And I'm now just coming to terms, grasping that reality. I can do nothing except for the Father. I think that's similar to the Bible language. And I think the real core, or part of the core that I'm feeling now, is what happened before when I couldn't even remember. Probably when I was very young, little, like before 2 or 3 years of age, is when I was at the mercy of a power that's greater than me. Like the same situation that I'm in right now. Or the realization, the energetic background, emotional background. And I was violated of my trust. So although I don't have any identifiable memory that I can recall the specific incident of that happening, but knowing my parents, I know they're fully capable of having inflicted such damage on me. And I don't even need the actual story of how that happened. I know, like, in the 24 to 36 month, the first 24 to 36 months of my life, like, even looking at the numerical chances, simple algebra, simple arithmetic. If I spent that much time with them, then something would have happened. I've mentioned in one of the early videos in the channel that all healing is inner child healing. And therefore, what happened when you're little would play a big part of your current problems, or the way you're experiencing your current problems, okay? Because I don't want to blame anybody for creating their own problems. Yet, I don't come to today's video with any preconceived notion, well, as always, anything predetermined. So I'm here doing free form, improvising, spontaneous. I don't have anything good to say. Unlike how I am in other videos. I don't know. Why are you still here? Yet I still don't feel complete. Maybe I'm just meant to stumble through today's video, and I don't really care like how many views I get, because I don't get any usually. So, and I know I won't, I don't have other better options than getting through this feeling. I mean, I don't have many other good options getting through this feeling than talking it out. being at the mercy of God's grace. I mean, just the phrase being at the mercy, the first part, being at the mercy. In general, like, it's that doesn't carry a good feeling energy. It feels neutral at best, and in many cases, just it carries a negative energy. Being at the mercy of someone or something, in so many cases, if it's a human source or a human-derived source, they're not very merciful. So bracing for impact and feeling like I'm abandoned is coming from what happened when I was at the mercy of a human source. So I know part of what I'm here to do is to put an end to learn the human ways, at least the earth human ways of this 21st century. And be more compassionate for that. It's almost like what I'm here to do is take all of it in as much as I can handle, and it looks like I have a pretty high capacity for that. It's not always easy taking it all in and processing all of that. And because I'm here to be a pioneer, I always knew my own path was no one else's. I've been through a lot. And the biggest wound, I guess, I can't believe that anything good will happen for no reason. And of course, I know how ridiculous that is. I had so many lucky breaks in my life, but still, fundamentally, deep down, at the feeling level, I really can't believe anything good will happen without any good reason, or without the good luck doing 180 degrees and turning to a monstrous bad luck. And I know exactly where that comes from. That comes from the volatility of my parents, the emotional volatility, and how stingy they were in terms of not just like money, but in granting me the goods of life as a child. I've tried very hard to break free from that, but at this point, I realize that there is no other good way to get out of this except by grace. Let Source, the universe, life, God, show me how upside down my human logic is, and how forgiving and giving the one love which is the one source power is. Now, honestly, I can't really believe it. That is my human problem. That is what I'm feeling today. I feel like I hit a brick wall. And I'm powerless. I'm here without any help. Yet what will carry me through, I have no idea. I don't know. Is my lowest point? Maybe. I felt much more terrible. Well, I'm feeling the brutal truth of I am nothing. I'm powerless by myself. I'm nothing by myself. I can do nothing. If I were to resort to a spiritual cliche, that would be the rock bottom or the dark night of the soul right before a huge breakthrough. But I heard so many, I listened to, I watched so many different messages coming from others. The next breakthrough is right across, right around the corner. It's about to happen in 3 weeks, in 3 days, in 24 hours, and this month, in the month of September, November, October. I was addicted to those messages which promise something better will come, and I am just realizing that that was my mom's way of coping with me and getting out of that situation where she had to give something right in the moment, but she didn't want to. So she just used a future promise to escape the moment. And what she promised never came in 99% of cases. Man, I can't. Why can't I get over their bad parenting? I don't know, it's just a mystery. I should be over this by now, or I'm beyond that. I'm bigger than that. Well, all of it, of course, is true, but it looks like I keep getting stuck in the same area of feeling, coming from all the inadequate, not just inadequate, but like betrayal of my trust. I put my complete trust in them. And they took advantage of that to mold me into something they wanted me to be. A controllable version of me. And I played the game. I played along for a long time. And that brought me nothing. I think that's part of what I'm feeling today. There's layers and layers upon this, and it's just such a complex thing. And I don't know how helpful this video will be to anyone if I put it out there, but I am going to be, because I am posting this because this is me keeping up the streak for no other reason than just for the sake of it. And maybe this will be the breakthrough video that I need. I don't know, but I don't really care. I ramble about a subject that nobody will be interested in. And this has been all over the place. Not coherent. Just feels weird, I don't know. All I want here is to live fully as myself in a human body, a human life. But that would likely be, well, what I really want is what goes beyond the human life, a superhuman life. And I have no idea what that is. Because I understand it's a mystery that I'm here to unfold by virtue of the grace. Well, I don't feel quite complete yet, I think this is a good time to wrap up today's video. So, thank you for bearing with me for all this time, if you watched all the way to the end here. But if you haven't, that's fine. Because my videos, like no video, not just mine, no video out there gets 100% viewership. So, I'll see you in the next one.